Back with the Canes today on College Football 25, and Miami is 2-1 to begin our newest season. We're trying to step it up after a 5-7 year 2 that just destroyed our year 1 progress. We have a true freshman quarterback though, and he is showing some promise. He's kept us in games, he's had some good moments. The stats do not look great with 4 interceptions. We're going to see today, it's my first time recording since the newest update dropped for College Football 25, if anything has been cleaned up. I know from doing Madden for so many years, like every update, big or small, can have an impact on gameplay. We've already seen the gameplay change from where it was out of the box versus the first update that we got, and it was much better out of the box for slow sim. So we just have to see where things are now, and if I have to edit sliders, I will. I'm just hesitant to mess with sliders a lot in these series because I've made this type of content now for a long time, 6+ years. And I've only ever had to edit gameplay sliders in one game, and that was only temporary. But as a refresh now on the recruiting, we are doing a really good job right now in our 5-star battles. But I know a lot of times these battles will take some dramatic swings in the wrong direction. But we're in first place for so many great players right now. I feel like we're going to have a really good class that can be even better if we continue a good start to the year and improve some of these pitches for those players. So we're wrapping up our non-conference schedule today. We've got Central Michigan. After that, we're going to take on Virginia and then number 9 Clemson. I don't know how far we're making it today, but that Clemson game is certainly one to look out for. After today, Colin Kunalik will no longer be redshirted. I'm not going to remove it right now in case he gets hurt in the Central Michigan game. You know, if that happens, then at least he would still be redshirted, but the plan is to let him continue to start and grow here in Season 3. All we need is 6 wins to do better than we did a season ago. I like to see us open the year 4-2. That would give us a much better chance at competing in this conference and building up from a 5-win season a year ago. Playoffs aren't necessarily on my mind as we have a freshman quarterback and last year was such a mess. But let's see what's in store. Oh yeah, I forgot to edit the depth chart. So Emory Williams getting the first snap of the day, and he's going to give this to Chris Johnson for a nice 14-yard pickup. And the lack of success in the run game is one of the biggest issues we've been seeing here since late in Season 1. So hopefully, you know, I've seen it many times before where there isn't a major patch, but things do get cleaned up after an update. With Madden anyway, so hoping we get better games here today. That's a screen, and it's open for a nice 8-yard gain. It is Isaiah Horton. 2 tight ends for Miami on 3rd down, and it's a run for Johnson. He gets first down yardage. Gotta have the 98 speed Chris Johnson Jr. out there. Motion now, back to Johnson. This does feel refreshing in the running game now. It's Central Michigan, so it's what we should be doing, but I feel like the offense was underperforming against everybody for the most part. And now a pass that is incomplete for Creed Whitmore, who's been pretty reliable so far this season, but someone's got to elevate the passing game. 3rd down, and that is caught. Going outside to Ray Joseph. And we're inside the red zone on this first possession. Kunalik on the screen. Whitmore turning it up. He'll take it to the 5. And back to pass. It is right at the doorstep and caught by Horton. It's Kunalik. He keeps and scores. An opening drive touchdown. That felt like some of the best offense we've seen since the Cam Ward regular season days. And we'll get a look at the Miami defense now. It'll be Central Michigan right up the gut, gaining 6. 17th ranked, toughest place to play. Something else we got to work on. Nice tackle That was Raul Aguirre setting up the 3rd and 6. Only 4 on the rush, and a first down. Getting the separation. It seems like everybody so far is picking on Oscar Virgin, who's playing the nickel role. Not an easy job. It's going to be a fake now, and nice play. Oscar Virgin comes back for that breakup. 3rd down. Blitz picked up, and it's caught. How'd he get away from that? I thought for a second it was intercepted, but 23 yards going to Jordan Kelly as we brought the pressure. It's a keeper running outside and getting first down yardage. This is a good opening drive for Central Michigan. Inside and through a hole. That's a gain of nearly 10. Miami's defense getting gashed here early on. Front four is kind of getting beat right now. And on 3rd down, it's a conversion goal to go. Just waiting for someone to make a play, and so far, it's only the offense that can do it. They go right down the field to tie this game. We've been seeing so many low-scoring games in the Dynasty. It hasn't really felt like college football here in a little while. So while I don't want to see our defense get gashed against Central Michigan's offense, at least it feels more like college football again. And Chris Johnson's off to a great start. Outside, and Ray Joseph makes another catch. Jackson Carver is the motion man, and Kunalik is gonna get in trouble and not escape. He's sacked. 3rd down for Kunalik. That's aired out deep downfield and incomplete for Joseph. Oh, don't tell me it's blocked. Unbelievable. Central Michigan blocks the punt. Doesn't matter if they recover, they're getting the football there at the spot. So can the defense step it up now? That's a good start. Incomplete. It all begins up front, and good tackle coming downhill that time. Markeith Williams, the strong safety. Open to force a Central Michigan field goal. There's the pressure. Flushed outside, but turning it into a first down. We have not done a great job of actually containing him in the pocket. This time it's a screen on 3rd down and stopped a yard shy. Field goal try now from left hash, and he missed it. We see this all the time. When the kick is on the hashes, it does not matter the distance. That kick can be missed very easily. 7 apiece. Miami going with the run game that seems to have a little resurgence going on today. This is definitely much appreciated. Kunalik to the air. And a little bit behind the receiver, and he lost it as a result. Accuracy very much a work in progress, but if he puts up some numbers this year, we could easily see him develop those ratings. He's gonna, whoa, intercepted! A freak play. This was like a triple option or something. He was looking like he was gonna keep it. Decided to throw at the last moment. That was a very true freshman-esque play from Colin Kunalik. 5th interception of his freshman year. There we go. Armando Blunt has had enough of this. Probably going to be spending a lot of time in this game today. I lost the ability to exit out. I really wish that Super Sim bug would get fixed after all these years. Not much hope. Sprinting outside again on the keeper is Emmanuel. Defense trying to tighten up on 3rd down, and they do. That is broken up on the play. Robert Stafford, our #1 corner. And here we go again, a kick from left hash. Doesn't matter how far away it is. The kick is off the post and no good. So 2 failed drives in a row for Miami, hoping to break through this time. It's Johnson for a few. We're already approaching halftime. What's Kunalik doing here? Changing the play. We got two tight ends. He's going to throw over the middle, and Central Michigan now picks up 3 straight stops. Play action. Slinging downfield and off the hands. Just a little bit off the mark there, making the catch a bit tougher. 3rd and 7. That is caught on the slant. Bert Emanuel is the quarterback for Central Michigan. He's had some really good first half moments. Looking to get them on top here in the first half. And a fumble, and it's recovered by Miami. That's something I haven't seen much in college football 25, regardless of which dynasty. I have not seen many fumbles. We just forced one. Now let's go take the lead. Chris Johnson to the left of Colin Kunalik. He's going to look to take the lead right here, and it's broken up again for Joseph. Back to pass. Kunalik, come on, get away. And he's just too fast for this Central Michigan defense as he gets the first down. He lets him get so close, though, before running away. 30 yards out, Kunalik slings it outside Joseph, his favorite target so far. Empty for Kunalik, facing the pressure. He gets away, but cannot throw one cleanly. Definitely had some options in that area code. Empty again. Kunalik takes off and meets a Chippewa defender. It'll be 3rd down from the 25. Let's see how aggressive the freshman gets here. From the pocket, over the middle and caught. Joseph down to the 2. Pass protection doing a pretty good job, and now looking for that 2nd touchdown. Kunalik to the air, wants to run, gets sacked instead. Miami on 3rd and goal. Kunalik spins, has pressure in his face. How have they sacked him 4 times today already? That was strategic, though. He was getting us off the right hash, so it'd be more of a centered kick for Willie Shimbo. Miami takes the lead. Taking it to the second half now, and off tackle with a big run across midfield, Jordan Anderson. 28, I want to say, on that run. We've definitely seen the run game make a bit of a comeback here in this video. And with time running out, down goes the quarterback. He's sacked by Marquise Lightfoot. Even more pressure, flagged down. That could easily be roughing the passer on Lightfoot. And that's exactly what it is. Looking for a screen now, and that is a first down. Central Michigan's given us a fight today. I don't know what this means for our future in ACC play. Guess it's been a pretty good game so far. Another mid-screen, we're all over. They got a double stack look here on 3rd down, and on the screen, can they get the block set up? They cannot. Gain of 6, and they're leaving the offense out there. You gotta applaud the aggressiveness here out of Central Michigan. And it's gonna be Anderson! Stop behind the first down marker. They just can't get that second scoring drive. It continues to elude them. I don't like that run there. A couple of these counters are not great. I don't think I like our twin tight end stuff a ton too. I want to look at that again. So I was doing custom playbook stuff when the game, wasn't playing quite right. Now I'm back on the base Miami playbook, but I still want to make a lot of changes. Was just kind of hitting the reset button. I don't know, the first couple drives made it look like it was going to be a much higher scoring game. I still feel like the game feels different, but scoreboard, not saying that much. Play fake. He's going to sling this pass, and it's caught inside the 30. Bert Emanuel's biggest throw of the day. And Central Michigan continues to spend most of their time in scoring range, but they have struck out their last 3 opportunities. That's going nowhere. Oh, even worse than nowhere. 9-yard loss on inside zone. On second down, another play in the backfield. That time it's Armando Blunt. Not so sure they're in field goal range here. 3rd and 22. We cover the screen. And out of bounds he goes at the 33. And they will try a 3rd field goal from that left hash. This one's from 50, which I will say, when you get further out, the angle is easier to manage, and he does hit the kick. Like, 35 and under on a hash is really uncomfortable regardless of where you are, just because of the angle is so awkward. The kick is fielded. Larry Slaughter's got some room and brings us across the 40. I like us to not be playing such a dangerous game here, though. What a run. Some power on display from Chris Johnson Jr. But I'm tired of this game being close. Late in the game, who knows what could happen. Johnson, right side, and a gain of 3. I am trying to figure out some good auto subs that could help us out in here. I've been working on those in my other dynasty, and auto subs, dare I say, seem to work in this game. But it's just all about finding that sweet spot. And here we do have, after a couple runs, Fletcher in 3rd and 5. It's going to be the freshman Kunalik on a screen. Joseph, first down. Play fake. Let it fly, Colin. Or you can fly. Breaking a tackle and not getting sacked for a 5th time. On second down, Kunalik hits Carver near the 25-yard line. And we're going to the 4th, with this game tied at 10. Colin Kunalik, the freshman, looking for his 3rd victory. After hesitating, he finds Johnson. These screens don't seem to work all that great. Maybe we don't have the blocking wide receivers to run these. Shembo now, strong boot and missed it. This game has had quite a few missed opportunities on both sides. 10 apiece, Central Michigan, very close to a massive upset. Bert Emanuel on 2nd and 9, hits a pass at the 37. 3rd down for Emanuel, facing pressure, he can't escape it. Armando Blunt. Every year in the Dynasty, we've had an elite member of the front 4. I think this year we might have 2, considering how good I think Lightfoot is. I'm trying my best in recruiting to make sure we always have that premier pass rusher, inside, outside, I don't care, just go get the quarterback. All right, and then go get the lead. Like, I don't like this tie with Central Michigan thing we got going on. Kunalik fakes 2 ways, and passes complete. 4-man rush, flag down. Can I get a PI here, actually? Holding on the offense. On the bubble, turning this up. He's got a head of steam, but a great tackle at the 45. Please don't try to do too much here. Just run inside zone against a non-power 4 team. We'll run power, and we do lose that half yard of forward progress we had, so we're going to try again. And they go 6 across the line now. It's a throw. Carver's got it. Not quite in field goal range yet, I wouldn't say. 3rd down. Oh, man. Really good call there against the blitz. Just couldn't handle it. Still 10 apiece. Joyce boots it out of bounds at the 15. 5:40 left to go. Inside give, and not going anywhere. 3rd and 5. Emmanuel pressured. Outside Carmichael. He doesn't get it. What a big-time stop there for Robert Stafford. 45-yard line. Just go get points, guys. This is ridiculous. Here's Kunalik. He's going to take off and lose 2. Now Johnson runs, and he does not go very far. Doesn't even hit top speed. So here they are again with a chance to get off the field. Kunalik needs 12. Has to get out of the pocket. He's going to run. He's going to convert and keep on going. Colin Kunalik inside the 30. Gotta love that speed. 2:30 left to go. We're in field goal range now. Although, given the way this game's gone, not confident in that. Knockdown! There have been so many close calls for Ray Joseph. One of those is gonna connect. Maybe this time? No. He had a good release on that play. I wasn't even looking at the actual play design. 3rd and 10, Kunalik, just run. Just go make a play. It's going to be a 41-yard try then for Willie Shembo. This left hash has just been the dead zone for kickers today. Come on, Willie. 41 yards. Kick is up. It is good. You can hit from left hash. And Miami leads 13-10. And who's down there to make the tackle again? Creed Whitmore. All right, defense, just don't embarrass us here in the last 2 minutes. Intercepted! I'd say they did a pretty good job. That's DeMario Massey. Hey, there's still a chance to beat him by multiple scores. Might have a little Oregon-Idaho vibe to it, but just want to win. Move to 3-1. It's Johnson. Thought he had a hole, but closed quickly. He's gotten 74 yards on 20 carries. Haven't really gotten him in the open field since the first quarter. 3rd down now on a screen. Broke 1 tackle, and now he's got the first and touchdown, Miami. How about JoJo Trader making a play? Oh no, Emmanuel nearly picked off again. And that would have been the easiest 6 points of the series. 4-man rush. Emmanuel slings it downfield at the 42. Emmanuel floating downfield again. That's been pretty open. These deep comebacks or whatever they're running, it's off screen. I can't really tell. I still want to win by 2 scores here, though. 50 seconds on the clock, and off his back foot, it is lobbed for the touchdown! Or that was part of the stadium geometry or something. What a play for Central Michigan! That's one of the sickest touchdowns I've seen in this game. Back foot, deep ball. Very impressive arm talent there. And they got behind our best corner to do it as well. So now you've just got to recover the onside kick. We do. Miami can take a knee. It is not pretty, but Colin Kunalik is going to open his college career 3-1. We're heading into conference play with at least more momentum than we had a year ago. This was a lot closer than I would have liked it, and this won't be the type of game that wins us many games in conference. So, player of the game is Colin Kunalik, who did have an interception in this game, but it was more of a freak play than like a bad decision. This felt like a cleaner game in that respect. We just didn't, extend drives very well, and the running game really dried up after the first couple possessions. That first one especially had me thinking we were going to see a CJ classic here. But I am really interested in trying out that South Carolina playbook to just see us run something a little bit different. It seemed like it was our style of offense, just more interesting play calling, so we're going to give that a shot. And there is a 4-star center added to the recruiting class. Armando Blunt is also ACC Defensive Player of the Week. Got an ACC opener against Virginia coming up. But for the Canes, now we have our first player in the recruiting class. Flores was the number 9 center in the country, had offers from FSU and Florida as well. Flores probably needs a year or two before he starts, but really good finesse ratings right off the bat. Should be a really good run blocker and has awesome athleticism, 75 speed. I'd actually be really curious about potentially moving him to guard where he'd have a chance to move more and I think make a little bit more of an impact here in the game. I think the way that the plays are run in here, that, pulling guards are probably going to be used a lot more than centers on lead blocks. I'm sure getting into the second level, it would make a difference, but I just feel that athleticism might matter more at guard. Still in first place for Kevin Dombrowski, and he's going to be, I don't know if he'll even visit in Week 9, because I think this battle's probably going to be done within the next week or two. Jared Foster, that is so incredibly close. Please tell me we're past Week 5, or he's going to Georgia. It is Week 5. I actually have no idea what to expect. We are a sliver of the way from getting a commitment. Both of us should have the necessary points. I think even FSU could. So your guess is as good as mine. But if it just comes down to whoever has the most points versus whoever hits commit first, I think I would favor the Dogs in this one, which would really sting. And the Dogs are closing the gap as well for number 1 corner Kadeem Johnson. Marcus Daniels has been favoring us, but now you have Oregon gaining some heavy ground, and this was always a battle that concerned me. Let's see, we don't have his entire top 3 championship contender. We already have that info. I could have him visit just based on championship contender, but I think because we're still in the top 5 stage, I can wait this out and hope that I get an A grade unlocked. So his final one is either going to be stadium atmosphere, the facilities, or academic prestige. Let's just take a look at what the possibilities are. Athletic facilities could be one of them, as it seems that there's always a combination of 3 that's available in hard selling. I'd actually like to see them change that up. I think hard selling should not be so exact. I don't think it should always be where there's a guaranteed pitch for their entire top 3. But based on what we have here, it's probably going to be athletic facilities. It's not conference prestige, so I think that narrows it down. And I definitely want him coming to a game. Week 13 to me is too late in the season. We'll go with Georgia Tech, and we will pitch the athletic facilities. And yes, I did already hard sell, so we can hopefully have the best chance of adding Marcus Daniels. Going to offer a scholarship here to Jamison Rust, a 3-star gem I had scouted a couple episodes ago. Teams are still sleeping on him, and he's got a lot of speed, agility, change of direction, so it would always be nice to develop this skill set for a while. And then we have the number 1 right tackle, who is the number 4 player in the whole country. Let's get a visit scheduled while we can and don't want to miss a chance. Let's go with that Georgia Tech game again. That Week 9 is going to be a big focus of mine. Brand exposure is the best for him. And let's go ahead now and get Kunalik atop the depth chart officially. He will no longer be redshirted, having already played the first 4 games of the year, and obviously he's going to play in our 5th. So I didn't actually realize that it seems that this upgrade system in the game is intended. So in Madden, you get that manual control over what players get better at. It used to be you could just upgrade individual ratings, which I wasn't really a fan of. I wanted something that would play out a bit more realistically, so I think I've come around to the system here in this game. I just don't think anything was explained all that well, and you're not really given a lot of feedback to a player's upgrade history, so I'd really like for them to add that menu that is in Madden where you can see the breakdown of XP growth and rating growth. That would be really nice to have. But I'm curious, with him being a 77, and that's what he's been from the beginning, does have 1 skill point banked up. From what I've read, it will continuously try to upgrade whatever is the cheapest. So in this case, it's going to be probably some IQ upgrades for a while, which awareness for a CPU quarterback is definitely key. The play action will also be nice. I do think play action has mattered in these games for a few years. I want to say it feels, in my experience, it matters more in Madden. I feel like players in that game bite. The linebackers pull up to the line a bit more. So let's see, that last game for Chris Johnson did feel a bit better. 74 yards, 3.7 yards a carry. A lot better than weeks 2 and 4, that's for sure. We're going to try out South Carolina's offense, though, and just see if it can give this unit a boost. But we're getting into ACC play now for the first time this year. Virginia is going to be our opponent. Anthony Calandria is their best overall rated player and their captain at quarterback. So it'll be another good test then to see what this game plays with a quarterback of his caliber. Looks like a pretty good overall player. Not much speed here in the backfield, so hopefully we can contain Dante Hawthorne, not give up too much yards after contact. Receivers are not anything special. So Darian Harrison, definitely their best guy, a deep threat with really good hands and a lot of speed. Who's going to start this ACC season 1-0? 5 wins last year. We win this game. We already start to put last season behind us. Let's get that offense on the field. And getting underway from our own 18-yard line. Oh no, first play is picked. No, what are we doing? Now, one thing I've noticed in this game is it seems the CPU almost always throws on RPOs. And that leads to a lot of interceptions because they're not always open. So, a short field then. Calandria is going down, and he's sacked by Oscar Virgin. 3rd down and 13. Pressure on him, and down goes Calandria. Marquise Lightfoot. Big answer, defense. Oh, they're punting? What is the wind like today in Miami? This would be a 45-yard field goal. Now, some teams in this game, they have a senior kicker and they get stuck with a freshman, and those freshman kickers, they can be really bad. I want to see what their situation is. Kunalik's going to step up and scramble ahead for a gain of 7. Yep, 66 overall freshman. This is quite common. Kick power usually lands in the 60s for these guys. Yep, I'd punt too. Soft coverage on 3rd down, but it's going to be Johnson unable to move the sticks. Neither team moving the ball well on their first couple possessions. I want to watch a lot of our offense today as I try to see what playbook and general identity works for the offense. I want a scheme close to Miami's default book. That's Chris Johnson finally getting some space. I want to say that our interior line situation is probably more of a negative than I realized immediately. Like low 80s rated players there really isn't a good enough situation, especially to run between the tackles. 1st down now for the Canes. It'll be a fake from Kunalik. He gets it outside. And keeping his balance, that's Horton to the 48. And a run to Johnson. Nice cut. And that is very close to a 1st down. On the throw, it's tossed in there. Ray Joseph. That time the RPO was actually a good pass decision. Play fake, Kunalik. He throws one. Too high for Joseph to get his feet down. Let's see what we try on this 3rd down. They got 3 defensive linemen. It's a throw on the money for Horton. Inside give, Mark Fletcher in the game. He is down to the 3. And now Johnson gets the carry. He will shrug off that defender and get in for the touchdown. Definitely seems like there's a lot more missed tackles now, which is quite common in college football. But we've created a couple touchdowns in this episode I don't think we would have prior. Nice little stiff arm there, and once he gets a little space, that 98 speed can just take over. Very impressive start for the defense. Another 3 and out for Virginia. A very short kick at the same time. We're already in striking distance. We haven't held too many 2-touchdown leads since early in the Dynasty, so that would be nice to see here as the pass goes out to Whitmore inside the 10. Kunalik on the screen. That's going to be a touchdown for Ray Joseph. Canes up 2 scores. Let's keep this momentum going. Next drive, Miami back into Virginia territory. Chris Johnson, not much on that run, but 50 so far on 8 carries. Got to see him go for 100 a little more often. Joseph, the motion man, and incomplete. A little bit late there for Carver. Let's see if Kunalik can open it up here. 3rd and 9. Out of the pocket and looking to run. 1st down and more. Inside the 20 and sliding down. I'm starting to wonder if our best plan on 3rd down is just to have the receivers drag the coverage downfield, open up that running lane, let Kunalik do the rest. It's Kunalik keeping this one and takes it ahead for the 1st down yardage. Johnson looking for the edge and can't turn the corner. Fletcher checking into the game now, number 4, as Kunalik will throw. He's got the touchdown. Joe Trader. Miami up 3 possessions. It feels like we're back in action today. Finally seeing this team play a lot closer to their potential. It feels more like college football gameplay again in this series. I know the first game was pretty ugly, but I felt like even that was an improvement, honestly. Not in terms of the scoring, but in terms of how most of the game looked and played. I'm just here to watch Kunalik continue to make plays. 2:32 to go in the 1st half. Chris Johnson up the middle. Will take a gain of 4. And on 3rd and 6, sprinting, but not finding what he was looking for. Kunalik is sacked. Virginia trying to get this goose egg off the scoreboard. It's Calandria on 2nd down. Fits it in there for a gain of 6. 1:33 to go now in the 2nd quarter. Calandria, clean pocket, and not enough. They've had very few 1st downs in this game. They're continually punting it back to us. That's returnable. Larry Slaughter's going to take that to the 28. It's Kunalik on 1st down. He lofts it incomplete into traffic. I like seeing him air it out, though. I just like for a few of these to actually work. There we go again. Just, if I don't see a receiver on the screen, I know that he can outrun a linebacker somewhere. He's playing ISO basketball on some of these plays. That's caught. 1st down. Empty for Kunalik, who dices up the defense again. Just a simple catch and run for JoJo. 50 seconds on the clock. Can Miami get a 4th touchdown in the 1st half? When was our last 4-touchdown half in the series? Off the fake. Thought about uncorking, instead keeping. Gain of 5. 3rd and 2. Kunalik again, I think made the right decision. Just Johnson couldn't make the catch. So it's Shembo from right hash, 46 on the try. Kick is away, and good. This is the furthest Virginia has driven, I think, all game. They're at our 27-yard line. We're jumping ahead here late third, and they still have not scored. You kind of have to score to make this game interesting. Play clock winding down for Calandria. It's an inside run, and a decent run, too, gain of 8. We're all over this run, though. Armando Blunt, such a game-wrecking caliber player. Another fake. Down goes Calandria. And there's your reigning ACC Defensive Player of the Week, looking for back-to-back awards. 4th down. Imagine pitching a shutout here. That would be like the ultimate Miami is back moment for the episode. He dropped it, incomplete. Broken up on the play, Cameron Pruitt. And Kunalik takes over. 24-0 Canes. I'd like one more good drive for the offense. On the screen, there's room ahead. 1st down. And that nearly got broken off for a much longer run. I think in the third quarter simming, Kunalik threw a second interception. His interception count's not going to be pretty this year. Uh-oh. Johnson. He's found the open field. Taken down at the 40 of Virginia. The stats on Kunalik are not the priority this year. We want to get, I'd love to get at least 8 wins back and try to build up some new players like Kunalik. I would call that a successful year. And we're just closing in now on a 4-1 start. Fletcher is in the game, so we're seeing more rotation here. Mark Fletcher, he's taken down near the 22. Uh-oh. That's caught. Will it count? He beat him downfield, but ineligible man downfield. So we've got to try and do it again. Play fake Kunalik. Looking for Carver. This could get interesting. It's a 1st down with more sloppy tackling. That tackle rating might be a little more important to pay attention to in scouting defensive players. Here's Chris Johnson. A little juke and 4 more. Probably not going to be a 100-yard day for him unless we get another drive with a few runs, but I think things have been far improved. Incomplete for Ray Joseph. Come on, one more touchdown. Kunalik. Oh, he's scrambling around. They can't catch him, but he's taken down around the 4. It's fun to watch him run around, though, that's for sure. Willie Shembo from a 21-yard try. It's good. That's a hard kick he just made. The shutout is at risk. Virginia is driving down the field. Let's jump in and see if we can somehow close them out. We know they're not going to kick a field goal, so all we have to do is get a turnover on downs, and that's how you start it off. Calandria on 3rd and 13. He overthrows an open receiver. And we just need one more. And it is intercepted at the goal line. And run back to the 8-yard line. It's Dante Balfour. You know what showed up in the last update? Let's use it for the first time. Mass sub backups. I am wondering if that feature could mess with your red shirts potentially, as players were getting subbed out late in blowouts earlier. Johnny Boone! He rips off a nice run. I just hope that mass subs doesn't grab players who are red-shirted. We're going to get a couple runs here, it looks like, to close this out. So Johnny Boone giving us a chance to see what he's all about. You know, I love to close it out with a few carries from our third-string freshman running back. That is a shutout for Miami, 27-0. So what would happen if they played Central Michigan? I'm really curious now. That was our most dominant game since the early days of Season 1. Chris Johnson is your player of the game, 17 rushes, 86 yards. Still feel like the run calls are probably not ideal. You know, a lot of these shotgun runs I'm not a huge fan of to begin with. Don't think our guards are anything special when they're pulling on some of these runs. But Virginia, they were 1 of 12 on third down today. And they had 123 yards passing. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks for Kunalik. Pretty good day rushing, though. I'd say, you know, over 150, over 120 from the running backs. We're going to take that all day. They could not do much of anything there. Horton had the 7 catches and 73 yards. And then defensively, interception for Balfour, 2 sacks for Blunt. Could be player of the week all over again. 5-star Kevin Dombrowski has committed. Ben Chubb, 4-star defensive tackle. We're also getting Quentin Prescott, Paul McCracken. How about 4 additions to the recruiting class, but there is some bad news to go along with it. Championship contenders on the rise, though, so it does feel like we're putting distance between us and who we were a season ago. Another player of the week for Armando Blunt. Even National Defensive Player of the Week for that performance. The next game, though, is going to be the true test. We're not even ranked right now. We get 3-1 Clemson. But we do add the number 3 player in the country, Kevin Dombrowski. A defensive tackle who looks to be an elite level pass rusher, 90 strength with 87 finesse move, 77 speed. Curious if he has any power to go with that, but I don't think he'll need it. Very good chance we see him as a true freshman. We missed out, though, on Jared Foster, as I kind of thought would be the case. I still left the 80 points on him, though, hoping we could somehow beat them, but it doesn't happen. We also get a 4-star D-tackle in Ben Chubb, and he has the power move focus instead, so different skill sets there. He is labeled a bust, though, so that is disappointing, but when he's a top 50 player, top 10 at his position, we're still going to be very interested. And then we also bring in a pair of receivers. Both of them are route runner archetypes, as I've wanted to complement the deep threats that we have. Quentin Prescott, 91 speed, 79 medium route running, and 77 short with 71 release. Could be a really good slot receiver and maybe develops into more than that. And then Paul McCracken, the 34th ranked receiver in the country, has a little more speed and a little bit higher route running. So the ratings are very similar. I don't know if they'll just end up developing super similar at the same time, but felt like we could double up there on receiver and be good. The Bulldogs have also taken the lead for Kadeem Johnson. So might be good to get him into that Week 9 game then on a visit. That's been a very busy week. We'll pitch him on program tradition. And then Quan Byam. I was not doing visits with everybody because we had big leads. He's going to Wake Forest in Week 7. I think this battle is just going to be done before we can actually schedule a visit for him, and we should be mostly fine anyway. Terrence Gore, Notre Dame's a little bit closer, big-time program, so probably good to get him scheduled, but Week 9 is filled, so we might just have to do the bye week. Kevin Andrews at tight end. I have to decide what I'm doing here, because I'm still in first for 3 players. I don't really need 3 players. I'm like a week away, though, from getting Emmanuel Harris, the 10th ranked tight end. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to remove anybody from the board. Like, they're all really highly ranked. We're going to end up with too many tight ends, but I would actually consider, I don't know if he'd actually be better at the position, but Sean Matlock as a receiver instead. 6'2", 230. I think that's more receiver size anyway. 88 speed is plenty. I think it might come down to his release, which tight ends don't typically have great release. I am going to set up Matlock, though, with a visit, and Week 9 is still full. This is the tough part, because I think a lot of these battles are done before Week 13. So do you even bother scheduling it? I guess I wouldn't try until we were a lot closer. That's still like 7 weeks away. The bye week seems like a safe way to get a little bit of a boost. Putting 65 points into a completely new prospect, this is Joe Falk. Had scouted him earlier. He's from Tennessee and just kind of under-recruited, but an athlete who could play along the offensive line with really good speed and lead blocking. Definitely want to add players like that. Just scouted a gem here at free safety. 3-star Alex McCants has a lot of speed and a lot of zone coverage ability. And then Cameron Talib has 88 speed with a hybrid skill set. A lot better man-to-man than in zone. That was a pretty good episode for us. I think the game is playing definitely better. And now it feels like we can just enjoy the entire process of the series again. Miami takes on Clemson next episode, and they're ranked number 5. Going to be interesting to see how we stack up to them. Clemson has very good roster. Antonio Williams at receiver. Avion Terrell, A.J. Terrell's brother at cornerback. And then the QB is going to be Christopher Vizina Jr. from Alabama, 6'4", 210 pounds. He was a 4-star player. And right now he's at 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, waited his turn at the same school. And we're going to be on the road in this one. We haven't played too much on the road, so we'll see which version of Miami shows up in our next episode. Here are the stats right now, and they're not great for Colin Kunalik. Hopefully they do improve with the touchdown to interception ratio. On the ground, Chris Johnson starting to get it going a little bit more once we have more games and more sample size. Hopefully things are in a much better spot by the end of the year. Receiving, Ray Joseph leads us, but nobody has broken 50 yards a game quite yet. I have a feeling somebody will by the end. And then Armando Blunt, Marquise Lightfoot, the stars that we expected have been stars this year. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Please leave your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a great day.